Well, uh, I'm just testing out this new camera, this new phone that I have, and I'm gonna connect it to my account and upload it. Maybe I can talk about December 23rd, 2015, about this hype that is going on the internet, that apparently so many prophecies or dates fall together on September, and even economical experts telling the truth or telling their perspective that the dollar will crash and that we have a financial turmoil and financial disaster, financial meltdown, hyperinflation, all that stuff. And I believe that, I don't know, it could be, but I'm always cautious with dates, even with me, with my own experiences with the Ouija board. I still have the Ouija board right here. You can always buy it from our shop if you want to buy it. Feel free to buy it. We still have spirits talking to us, of course, but we also got malinformed from the other world that apparently the 27th of July of 2015 something would happen. I think it's all building up. We are being flooded by third world immigrants, be it now economic refugees from Eritrea and Africa, or real Syrian refugees that are fleeing the war there. We cannot hold up so many people. We cannot feed so many people. Hundreds of thousands, millions. It goes into the millions practically every year. And this is a major problem. I see all these end times events happening. I see it all unfolding in front of my eyes. And everybody like being moved around like chess pieces and being set up for war. This is all reality. But is the global turning now in front of us like, is it in front of us like a couple of weeks, months, years? I don't know. So I'm a little bit worn out, or how do you say it, burnt out, in the manner of expecting a certain date and then, well, it's going to happen, something big is going to happen, like the financial meltdown in September, or the meteor impact or asteroid impact. I'm going to just see how it goes, keep going, keep watching the news sometimes. I rarely watch the news, but I keep informing myself on what is their next steps, and then making a video in the process, and then speaking out on the subject. Right now, I'm kind of surprised that in China, the explosion there has not been labeled as some terrorist act, and that the Chinese are retaliating to some inner force that is fighting against the Chinese government. It's a huge explosion, and I shared it practically on Facebook that building that got blasted to Kingdom Come was still standing after 121 tons of TNT or more. It was such a huge explosion and it was still standing. And then you have to accept the official story of 9/11, that Building 7 simply collapsed because of office fires. It's just laughable. I know that 9/11 was a Mossad false flag operation, and that the Zionist elements, Zionist Jews that are responsible in the background for this false flag attack on America to justify the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, leaving another 1.5 million people dead. So they justify wars by constantly creating false flags. So I'm always skeptical if anything big happens. Like MH17 was most likely shot down by Ukrainian fighter jets working for the Mossad. So you have to keep informing yourself on what is going to happen, what is their intent, what they want to do. I'm looking at this movement online that is everybody making believe that September is something going to happen, something great or something incredible. I don't know if it's manipulated by the Zionist elements to make us believe that it is that way. I know that there is a lot of cohesion or rare, weird coincidences. Could be. Again, it might be. I don't know. I'm just critical. Even with my information from the other world, I was critical, and I did not believe it to the very end. That's why I made the video at the very end, warning people, because it's better to be wrong, and you have warned the people, than to be. It's better to be right. It's better to be wrong, and it's better to be wrong and warn the people. It's better to be. It's better to warn the people than to be right at the end and haven't told anybody. But I took the video down afterwards because I believe that nothing's going to happen, and nothing did happen. So I don't know. I don't know about September. September is It's really close by. So we're going to see what's going to happen eventually. I know that they're building up worldwide, the entire worldwide. They're building it up. We're seeing it. They're building up their missile defense shields, deploying NATO troops. Russia practically doing the same. America is used to provoke war after war after war. We all know this. We all see it. And we know that the United States wants a provocation with Russia. The Ukraine crisis proves this. MH17 false flag, Odessa massacre, Blackwater mercenaries active in Ukraine, you name it. It's all there. Yeah, even former Mossad agents or were active or are active in the Ukraine. They want something big out of this, and they want to provoke a third world war so that they can implement their one world order with the center. Well, the ruling kingdom will be then Israel, the greater Israel. And that is one of the reasons why they have ISIS destroying the entire and destabilizing the Middle East, is to make sure that there are no other factions that can oppose this expansion of the Israeli Zionists. It's greater Israel. That's their ultimate goal. Yeah, the United Nations was the result of World War II, and of course the Zionist elements forcing for a global, pan-global ruling force or a world government. After World War I, it was the League of Nations. After World War II, it was the United Nations. And after World War III, it will be the World United Government with the United World Armed Forces under central command. And these United Nations army, that will be pretty much like the United States Army on steroids, will be used to subdue any type of rebellion. But I believe if they provoke the Third World War, the Imperial Germans will then intervene. And of course, the Messianic figure that has been prophesied by so many viewers and so many different religions will show himself to the world and pass judgment on all mankind. That's why I believe. But the negative forces believe that they're going to win, that they're going to be victorious. Let's hope that the light side, I believe the light side will always be victorious, even if it's so dark in this very moment. It's horrible what is happening globally. If you have an open eye and inform yourself over the internet and you find those rare books that portray the truth on the kosher Nostra, ruling the criminal underworld, dealing in child trade, in women trade, drugs, weapons, organs, you name it, they're in it. If you see the truth, we are living in a really dark, dark age. Nevertheless, I came to the insight that evil is predictable, that you can think like them, and that God, who has the oversight over everything, knows how they tick, and that he needs time to prepare. That's why Judgment Day is so far off. That's why nobody will know the time and date. The Bible says nobody will know the time and date. And that Jesus will come like a thief in the night. It's also in the Bible. But people have been waiting for Judgment Day since aeons, since hundreds, if not thousands of years. But I believe it's within our lifetimes, and it's going to culminate within World War III, Judgment Day, and the rapture, where Jesus apparently comes, and then takes all the souls either to heaven, to hell, or the second death. Anyhow, this is my video on the so-called September 23rd apocalypse. I don't know, I have an open mind, but I'm not going to go there and hope and again, and I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to wait and see what happens and prepare, of course, for anything. Yeah, that's what we all can do, prepare and pass the word around. Cheers.